Hey everybody, thanks for taking the time for us today. Hope everyone's doing good. I'm going to start
Yeah,
with Sadibou. Hey Sadibou, it's good to talk to you, man. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you. Sadibou, you knew the pressure that Carlos Leal was going to bring going into your semifinal fight, and you executed a great game plan to get the victory in that fight. What do you think that says about you as a fighter?
The thing is, people uh, people think that it's gonna be easy to just do that towards me. Like that's the game plan. Do that and think that I'm not gonna have anything to say about it. With that being said, I knew that he was gonna put pressure on me. I knew that he was gonna come forward because that was the only way he was gonna be able to win. He's not gonna win going backwards. He's not gonna win by staying on distance, which we saw. So I knew that he was gonna close the distance, and that's what people been trying to do and doing to me for my whole career. For me, it's been important of me and my team looking at the exact thing that we think that people are gonna try to put us under, and then problem solving, being honest with everything that can happen, and be prepared.
For sure. And moving on to this fight now, your opponent Dilano has not lost a fight that goes to decision. Does that put any needed pressure, any added pressure on you to finish this fight and not let it go to the scorecards?
No, to be honest, I don't think about that like that. So because he's never fought me, I never fought him. So I don't think about the way he beat that guy or lost to that guy, whatever. Uh, for me, like Leal was on an 11 fight win streak. He had all the belief in his life. He was undefeated in the PFL, uh, but I still found a way to win. I believe that I have a lot of experience. I have almost, I don't know if I had 90 kickboxing and Muay Thai fights previous to this. So I have a lot of experience of fighting and making adjustments throughout. So I believe that I have the team and the knowledge to be able to get the victory if it's in finish or decision.
Gotcha. And last one for you, Sadibou. This is your first time fighting for the championship in the PFL, and it
Yeah.
happens to be against a fighter that was not even in the same promotion as you at the start of this year. That's been true for you for your past two fights now. Does that give you an added layer of difficulty in your preparation when faced with these types of situations?
Not at all. Not at all. Like every fight is different, and it goes back to what I told you about the last question. So I'm prepared, and I believe that he's gonna be the best Dilano, and he's gonna come prepared. He's gonna do everything in his power to show up, so to speak. And with that being said, I believe that I have done, and I'll keep doing for the last couple of weeks everything that I need to do to come out victorious.
Thanks, Sadibou. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the fight. And
Appreciate you.
moving on to Delano. Delano, it's good to talk to you. Thank you. Back in August, you defeated an MMA veteran in Rory McDonald, right? And you did that in a dominant way too. Sadibou was there cage side for that fight, and he gave you praise when he was being interviewed as your fight was going on in that first round. First of all, did you know that he was there cage side as you were waiting for the fight to start and making the walk?
no, I didn't know. I feel like, I mean, if you fought a fight, I don't think you're paying attention to anybody else other than the dude you have to fight and your corners.
For sure, for sure. And it's going off of that, it's one thing for someone to like watch film on their opponent and see what they got going on, but he got to see you up close right there at that fight. What type of message do you think you sent to him with the way you finished that?
Delivery.
The postman, here we go. And also, there's no doubt that, it's been a whirlwind of a year for you so far. We've talked about it a bit earlier on this call. you were at the start on the PFL Challenger Series at the start of this year, and now you're fighting for a belt months later. What's your mindset been like since the end of last year? You know, I mean, it surely takes a bulletproof mind to make these kinds of strides in this fight game, such as you have.
My mind has been sharper than ever, actually. At the end of last year, my last Titan FC fight, my friend who was in PFL, Jordan Young, he was the one who told me that I should go to PFL. And I was like, nah, man, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, nah, nah. And then actually the night of my last PFL fight, he passed away. And here comes him, you know, foreboding and, you know, foretelling of me being in PFL. And that's just kind of me proving him right in a way. Like, he was right. He was like, I should have been PFL. He's like, I can see PFL for you. I think I can see you winning it. I genuinely believe you'll go out there and do your thing and people will really underestimate you. And he was not wrong. So I feel like ever since that, my energy has been just sharp, lasered. Like it's different when you have a man who knows what he wants, you know? Before I knew what I want, but I just didn't know how, I did not understand the means of how to get there. But now my mind is so laser focused. It's just different. My energy, my spirits, everything. Like will's unshakable.
I feel that. I feel that energy from you, and I'm gonna let you go after this one here. We heard you talk earlier. You were talking with Sadibou also about your past jobs and the fact that you quit your job to focus solely on MMA. And like you just said, now you're here about to fight for the belt. What's your message for people out there who are struggling with that same decision of wanting to follow their dreams, but they just can't make that push yet?
Take the leap of faith. Take the jump. I was working at Starbucks. I worked at Starbucks for 5 years, and I worked there primarily because I worked there full-time primarily because I was a full-time student in school, and I would still have fights around that time. You know, I would just take as many fights as I can while I was in school. So when I quit, I just graduated with my 2 degrees, and I was telling my mom, I was like, hey, I'm gonna quit my job and give me 2 years, and if in 2 years I don't get to where I need to go, I'll get a legit job. I'll do what I got to do. I'll go work a 9 to 5, no problem, no hesitation. I'll just go. And she took me up on that bet. 2 years later, I'm fighting for a world title in PFL for $1 million. So it's more so that iron will to believe in yourself, to tell yourself that you're going to do something and go out there and perform and do it, you know? So I never had any doubts that I was able to do it. So I feel like if people go out there with that same mindset, they'll go out there and perform and do the things they need to do.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're here, and you provide a lot of motivation for us. So thank you, and thanks to both of you guys. Good luck on November 25th. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
It.